Hi, Sandra Wilson here, clinical hypnotherapist. So I thought I would do a little video today about the impact of the menopause or the perimenopause on ADHD. And many of the women that I work with that come to see me around that period of time, and maybe you could say that it's our midlife years, often they realise that there's something more going on than just menopausal symptoms. And it's quite common for the menopause to really break down our ability to cope. So if you've had ADHD without knowing that you've had it, what you might have noticed is that you've adopted pretty effective coping mechanisms. Maybe that's masking, maybe you're very good at spinning all the plates, with looking after your family, getting kids from A to B, and then having to do all the cooking and the cleaning as well as a full-time job. And then you start to enter into the late 30s, early 40s, going into the 40s, and that classic midlife sandwich phase where you've got dependent children and older parents or older people in your family that also need your support. And it's that classic midlife recipe for chaos, not only on the outside but on the inside. And so many women I work with often feel that they have to do everything themselves in order for things to get done properly, and they don't like to ask for help. So it's that combination of the hormonal perimenopause, menopause phase, all those raging, fluctuating hormones really having a negative impact on the neurotransmitters in the brain that really did help you to cope better with ADHD symptoms. Suddenly, they're in complete disarray, and you find that you just cannot cope anymore. You find that everything goes into this complete, utter meltdown. And like I said before, it's not uncommon for women in that early midlife phase where they have so many responsibilities to suddenly go into complete meltdown. It could be paralysis in terms of getting stuff done and yet still feeling guilty about asking for help. It might be that the emotional dysregulation goes off the scale. So before, you may have been able to just meditate or do yoga, take a few deep breaths, but that doesn't work anymore. And before you know it, you are raging, snapping at people. You might have even snapped at somebody in your workplace or even your manager. So when you start to feel very dysregulated emotionally, it can cause havoc for the people around you. And of course, this in turn may make you feel very, very guilty. So it's the double whammy, the triple whammy. Being in midlife with all those midlife responsibilities, hormonal fluctuation, and ADHD. So it's the combo of those three things. And whether or not you've just suspected you have ADHD or maybe you were late diagnosed, all of a sudden life feels completely unbearable, and the things that you used to do to help you feel better no longer work. Something's got to give. And if you recognise yourself within this, trust me, you are not alone.